Hello, Lycos. Welcome back to our channel. It's me, your fave, your one and only, your baby girl, Malaika. So, today we are doing the critical review of Mr. Aloy's series, Another Mistake in Marriage, episode 45. It starts with everyone at the hospital. The doctor come and call for George and Flora to speak to them. The next scene shows Flora inside the doctor's office, but another doctor, the one they are used to seeing. So, the doctor is trying to make them understand that they have a situation at hand with Chioma, that her situation is getting worse. They have to do something, and that what they have decided to do is to reenact what happened to her. Reenacting it means like for her to relive what happened to her, to see if she can snap out of the situation where she finds herself actually, because she's in limbo. At the moment she's in limbo. So it's either she snaps out of it, or she goes into depression. Yes, so it's a 50-50 chance. But they have to try something, because rather than leaving her the way she is, so it means if they try it, she either gets the trauma back, or she stays the way she is now, or it gets worse than this, the situation now, based on the attack she's getting. Because at the moment she's fighting herself. She can't stand anyone because of what happened to her, the forceful entry. So the doctor needs them to take a decision, because they, as a hospital, they are not authorized to do that. They need the family's consent. So they are speaking to the family friends, the people that they've been interacting with for a while now, which is George and Flora. So they need them to help, pass the message across to the family. And like, as I think is a good thing, it's they have to try, because if you don't try it, you wouldn't know. If you don't try it, you wouldn't know. It will be very painful to relive the experience, because Flora tried to say, but they don't know what happened. The doctor was like, of course they know what happened. She had a forceful entry. So you just need to reenact the story of a forceful entry, what happened, so that maybe she could talk about it and she could relive the situation and maybe take it from there. The next thing shows Kizito, Mama's boy, and his mom, at the hospital. He's awake, and his mom is angry. This is where it gets me. Kizito's mom is angry that they did this to her son. This is very funny. And she said George was there pretending. But Kizito has been sending people to the hospital. Kizito has been sending people to jail. Kizito has been doing stuff to people. So if Kizito can be lying on a hospital bed for the very first time, is there anything wrong with it? Because, like, as I can't lie, I am not a sadist. I'm not the type of person who would like to see people in pain. But if you've been doing things to people, at least bad things should happen to you as well. Yeah, duh. If you're used to inflicting pains, at least for once in a while, they should inflict you with pain. What do you think about that? Yes. So if Kizito sleeps on the hospital bed with the world crumble, no, of course. Kizito almost drowned Angel and nothing happened. So if they can break Kizito's head and she sleeps in the hospital, is there a problem with that? There's no problem. So I don't know what the fuss. I don't know why his mother is like she's angry. It's as if she wants to tear everybody apart. Like if they inflict something on her son. This is crazy. She is sick. This woman is also mentally unstable. Because your son has been inflicting pains on people for a very long time. He inflicted pain, so much pain on Flora, until he bite her son. Which was the son as well. Nothing happened. It was okay. You had to. So which means Kizito's mom is simply telling me that Kizito have the right to inflict pain on people, but Kizito is not supposed to take it back. You're sick in the head. So she and Kizito now, they are arguing based on the fact that she's trying to make, because Kizito wants her to stay away from his business. But Kizito's mom is making Kizito know that both of them know that she is the brain behind the fact that Kizito has never been arrested, the fact that he has never been to jail despite everything that he has done, and you keep protecting him. So she's trying to make Kizito know that if I leave you, you will crash, you will crumble the moment I stay out of your life, the way you're saying it. And Kizito is also making his mom know that she's not all that powerful, or she's not all that there, the way she wants to portray herself. So now is a tussle of power. Who has more connection? Who has more brain? Who has? Can you imagine? So this woman will never blame her son. How can you wake up? You walk into a woman's house to attack her, to accuse her of something she knows nothing about. Huh? You go into her house, you attack her, you wanted to buy her, and somebody came to her rescue, and you people think it was a setup, because that's what she's saying, that it was a setup. This Flora set up Kizito and everything. It was a setup, and he walked right into it. How can it be a setup? You know, it was just a coincidence, because George forgot his wallet and he went back for it, and he found Kizito. If he hadn't gone back, we wouldn't know what would have happened. Kizito might have as well buy Flora, because we know who is a beast. You know, I don't know why is that this woman always think that everything revolves around them. It's all about them. And unfortunately, this is how most rich people think. You know, most rich people think like the world revolves around them. It's all about them. What they say matters. What they said, like they even want to impose into your life as well. Yes, they want to impose, in your life. And God, this is sick. This is sickening. I can't lie to you people. I'm sick to the stomach. Honestly, you know. Kizito's mom, she is so full of herself. And the fact that she's not even trying to help her son is appalling. The fact that she's not making Kizito realize that, my son, what you're doing is wrong, is crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy how this woman wants her son to get away with everything. And for the fact that Kizito threatened to hurt her, she wants to show that she can hurt him if she wants to. But she forgets that Kizito is a man, he's strong. Kizito can actually wake up and punch her, like the way he did the other time when he smacked the living daylight out of her. So I don't get it. This is something I don't get. What is wrong with this woman? What is really wrong with her? What is her problem? What is the color of her problem? This is something I want to understand. And the next thing shows Flora, who is on the phone in the corridors. She's talking to somebody on the phone, and Kizito's mom comes from behind, from after she came out from Kizito's room. This woman boldly pulled the phone, took her phone away from her, seized her phone from her, and smacked her. Yeah, I'm certain she was expecting Flora to be respectful, the respectful African girl, not to do anything. But I was glad that Flora did not give her only one, but she gave her 2 slaps. She smacked her good, real good. And the next thing, like what we all expected, Kizito's mom got confused and she couldn't imagine that Flora smacked her. She couldn't imagine, like she thought this Flora was the Flora before, that they'll just go ahead, push her around, toss her around, smack her the way they want, and there won't be any problem. But this Flora is a different Flora, unfortunately. Yeah, this Flora is a different Flora, unfortunately. Because she said, "Oh, you smack." Flora is like, "Of course, I will smack the living daylight out of you." I will so well as smack you so badly, beat you up even. Yes, beat you up, because you deserve it. Because this girl has been taking shit, and like as there's something that just made me to be like, whoa. Kizito's mom said something like, I spared you. I silenced you 10 years ago. I will still silence you, which means the incident between Flora and Kizito happened 10 years ago. Okay. Now, 10 years later, Kizito is with Angel. Now, imagine for how long Kizito has been sick, because Kizito has been sick before being with Flora. You understand? So then all this while he's not taking his meds. So imagine to how many girls he has done the same thing, because you cannot say between 10 years, like Kizito did not date anybody between that period of time when he went abroad. So imagine the things he has been doing to people. And it's okay for his mother. It's okay because he has money, you know, it's okay. Instead of you to take your child where he's supposed to be, where he belongs, you let him among sane people, you know. And Flora is promising to lose hell on Kizito's mom and Kizito, you know, because she is as guilty as her son. And all she can do is like, you cannot do anything. I will still silence you again. You cannot silence this girl again because she was broke, weak, and she had nothing. But today she's powerful, she's rich, and she has everything to use to, she has all the weapons to fight you. And now linking up with Angel, it's a problem. Not only Angel, George as well, it's a problem. Really, it's really a problem. So I don't know if Kizito's mom cannot see that the walls are closing in on them. So the next thing shows George and Angel, you know, George Angel is wanting to know what's going on. George had to explain to him what the doctors told them, and I'm glad because Angel understood the situation. She realized that rather than like just being scared and saying that maybe Choma might not get better, rather than being scared of a 50-50 chances, she preferred to take chances, she prefers to do that, for her so that they'll be able to help her, because to her it's more like rather than seeing her sister the way she is, she wants them to take that chance, to do the thing, which is a good idea, because rather than seeing her there like that, laying there, you know in feeling pity for her, not knowing when she'll have a panic attack, or not knowing when things are going to get bad, it's rather they take chances. So I'm glad she's not scared. She's willing for them to do the reenacting, so that if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it's okay. But at least they've tried, you know. And now George is trying to reassure her that everything will be okay and that she'll never have to relive this after this is all over, which is a good thing. She's glad, and she also tried to make George understand that there's a baby, there'll be a baby. And George, he doesn't care. Definitely any man who loves you like this, that man will love you with every package you come with. If it's real love, it's the same thing. When any woman who loves you, she'll have to love everything you come with, everything that comes that complements you. Yes, that's the honest truth. So George loves Angel, and eventually, it doesn't matter. He'll adopt the child. He'll definitely love her with everything that comes with it. Definitely love her with the child in her womb. So that's no problem. You understand? So the next thing shows Kizito, that's with he's in his room, sleeping, and Jeff walks in, just to taunt him. Jeff is so silly, Jeff walks in to taunt Kizito, and he's like, oh my god, I can't believe this. Jeff is so silly. Jeff is so silly. And Kizito was shocked seeing Jeff. And Jeff is like, you look so ugly. You look so ugly, It's Jeff is like, it's as if you love to be beaten all the time. After the beating I give you, you still went ahead to look for another one. Are you serious? So I'm just glad Jeff made Kizito to understand that he was the one who gave him the beat, who hired those people to beat him up, and unfortunately Bolaji, the long throat one, was the one beating up, because Kizito wanted to, like, told Jeff that he came to him because he wanted to know who did that to Bolaji. And Jeff simply told, if you had come to me in a peaceful manner, maybe I would have told you, you know. And I don't get the point. I still don't get it. It baffles me like this. The fact that Kizito gets angry that he was beaten, but Kizito has been beating Angel, has been, and even giving scars, even tried to buy her, like strangle her, like drown her. He has been doing all these things. Why is it like this? It's like a robber, like a thief, being robbed. They get so pissed. Why? You've been doing this for people, you've been doing this to people, for a very long time. Kizito is hilarious. Like, as I can't lie to people, this guy is hilarious. And Jeff was just sitting there with a very straight face, telling Kizito that I did that to Laju, but it was you I intended to do it to. And Kizito was baffled. He was baffled. Like us will have to end this video. You know what? Like, I'm happy things are falling in place, for Angel and her family. I'm happy. I just pray that like things don't take another twist. I just pray Mr. Aloy does not make this complicated for me. I'm very glad, things are falling in place because Kizito needs to get a taste of his own medicine. Yes, Kizito needs to get a taste of his medicine because you cannot be doing the same thing. You cannot be doing the same thing and don't expect the same result. You know, if you can give it to somebody, you should be willing to get it when they dish it out to you. So, like us, I want to do a special shout out to people who are watching me from my own people, my own country, Niger, the US, Jamaica, Ghana, Trinidad and Tobago, UK, South Africa, Kenya, Zambia, Sierra Leone, Guyana, France, Barbados, and Bahamas. Okay. Now, I want to do a special shout out to Mrs. Mary Dubois that is watching me from France, Liz that's watching me from Guyana, Eugenia A.B. Thomas from Sierra Leone, Corinne Lashley from Barbados, and Betty Woodside from Bahamas. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Okay, because it's all thanks to you that I'm able to wake up and do this every after day. Like I said, I want to start doing Mr. Loy's old series. I want to do the critical review of his old series. So I think I'll start that either today, no tomorrow. Let's just start tomorrow. I'll start it tomorrow. So I'll be dropping like 5 episodes every day of Mr. Loy's past series. So please kindly support me. Okay, I love you guys so much. I'm so blessed. Like I always say, please, spinsterness is not a crime, and marriage is a beautiful thing. But please, 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 and please, by all means, don't tie yourself because of marriage. Okay, please, you should wait for the right person, and don't get pressured by the society. Don't let the society to pressure you, because you just end up hurting yourself and you just end up in toxicity. Toxicity is not cute. Don't let anyone, making you feel less of yourself. Love yourself enough to stay away from people that will destroy your mental health, because it's very important. So protect, by all means, protect your mental health. So on this note, I have to say bye guys. Thank you so much.